And today because of our dry conditions, and many counties involved are in our area. The burning restrictions now apply to Clay, Becker, Otter Tail, Mahnomen, Norman, and Polk counties, along with 18 other counties.
They're all listed on your screen there. It means the DNR will not issue permits for the open burning of brush or yard waste until restrictions are lifted. Now fire danger goes down once the landscape starts to green up. Some good news here. It's ice out at a lot of area lakes. This is Tamarack National Wildlife Refuge. This is near Detroit Lakes, where you can see it's looking a lot more like spring these days. Oh, a sigh of relief. We're sending things over to meteorologist Lisa Green for a look at our forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, looking like spring, feeling like springtime finally here. And we've got some conditions that are nice and bright and sunny now that the sun is up this morning. You can see sunshine in the valley, and looking at conditions that are going to be a few areas getting some clouds, as you see right here in Fargo. So taking a look at our current conditions, we're at 45 degrees. Wind is out of the northeast at 10 miles per hour. We've got a 43-degree temperature in Moorhead, and just in general, a nice morning shaping up for us in the Southern Valley. Check out Grand Forks. We're looking from the east to the west, from East Grand Forks to Grand Forks, and you can see the bright sun glowing on the buildings there. The Red River still over its banks in Grand Forks, and many places in the Northern Valley still experiencing flooding along the Red River, but it is going down, so that's been a relief to see that. And temperatures today, we're going to be nice and warm and dry as well. We're looking at 42 degrees with some mostly sunny skies. East-northeasterly wind at 7 miles per hour right now. That wind does pick up again this afternoon. We'll see some gusts into the 20s. But overall, a beautiful Friday. We're looking at just a few clouds drifting through in our satellite picture here. And into the forecast for today out at the bus stop. Kids this morning won't necessarily need that heavier layer going on here, but this afternoon they may not want any, as we're looking at some temperatures that are going to be into the upper 60s to some low 70s coming up for this afternoon. Again, that wind at times teens and 20s here for today out of the east-northeast. Let's take a look at that planner heading into the weekend. Again, rain chances coming to bring us some relief from the dry conditions that we had out there, or have out there right now. And then that continues into next week. So we're going to get a little more moisture going on here in the system. And in addition to that, warmer temperatures back into the 70s by the time we get into midweek and beyond next week, with some chances for some thunder as well. So warm, we're really enjoying our May. This has been a nice treat after what we've been through this spring so far, and so far so good here in our forecast. And today, another day to get out and enjoy some nice weather.
A feel-good Friday.
It sure is. Lisa, thank you.
Fargo police now asking for help finding a missing man. Take a look at your screen. 53-year-old Rudy Aguirre is reported missing by his family. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Fargo PD.
The second of 3 men involved in the murder of Philip Bergquist in Fargo last fall has now been sentenced. 24-year-old David Raineros Jr. is getting 18 months of supervised probation for tampering with evidence. He received credit for 6 months already served in jail. 39-year-old George Ortiz was sentenced to 55 years in prison for murder, and 29-year-old Joseph Poitra is awaiting sentencing as an accomplice to murder.
Court documents say last October, Ortiz repeatedly stabbed Bergquist while Poitra held him down and later rolled him into the river. Raineros Jr. disposed of Ortiz's bloody clothing after the attack. Police found Bergquist's body in the Red River near Wildflower Park. He'd been a witness to a stabbing outside the 13th Avenue Walmart earlier in the year, which Poitra was charged with. Bergquist was the grandson of popular longtime local weatherman Dewey Bergquist. The North Dakota Highway Patrol is now identifying the victim of a car-train crash in Grand Forks County as 79-year-old James Enlow of Manville.
Troopers say that he sideswiped a rail car with his SUV and was dragged for about a mile until his vehicle hit a railroad crossing tie. A Fargo jury has found a man guilty of terrorizing and assaulting a police officer during a disturbing incident at a downtown smoothie shop last summer. Court documents say Aaron Anderson asked a 16-year-old girl to join him in the bathroom at a business downtown and then came out of that bathroom naked.
Police say he kicked an officer, refused to get into the squad car, and threatened the life of an officer and their family. Anderson will serve about 3 years in prison. The 2023 North Dakota legislative session has come and gone, but in its wake, lawmakers have now discovered what could be a costly error. Anyone who has paid attention to legislative sessions knows they tend to end in a flurry of votes on final budgetary issues that last until the wee hours of the morning. But this year, they passed something big by accident.
SB 2015, which is the budget for the Office of Management and Budget, tends to be the final bill of the session. It generally includes corrections to bills that have already passed and other last-minute changes. But this time, lawmakers voted to approve an amendment that was incorrectly applied. If it hadn't been caught, it would have had a significant fiscal impact.
It was poor management. It's just, to me, there's a level of disrespect that we gave to the process and to the people that need us to dot our I's and cross our T's.
The head of Legislative Council, which is made up of nonpartisan attorneys, accountants, researchers, and other staff who run the legislature, believes the issue is simply a clerical error and can be solved without calling the legislature into a special session. But as we just heard, Representative Mock is not so sure.
Here are a couple of traffic alerts for you this morning. One of the busiest stretches of road in Fargo is going to be a slow go for the next few days. Starting today, eastbound 13th Avenue South will be down to one lane between University Drive and 10th Street. Crews are doing some underground utility work there, which should take about 5 days.
And a heads up for Monday, traffic on southbound 25th Street South in Fargo will be reduced to one lane from 12th to 13th Avenue. Workers are doing a concrete patch there. That project is scheduled for 1 week. On to some fun news. The 17th annual Shields Fish Fest kicks off this weekend, just in time for anglers to get ready for the Minnesota fishing opener next.
And someone also getting ready for the fishing opener is the Valley Today's Nishay Taylor. She joins us live at Shields with the latest trends in fishing this year. Good morning, Nishay.
Good morning, Jordan and Ashlyn. That's right, I'm here at Shields. You can see all the gear that's here, but joining me now is Jaden. He's a fishing expert here with Shields also. So first thing, tell us, what are some of the trends that you are seeing this year for fishing?
A lot of the trends I've been seeing is the advancements in electronics, especially with forward-facing sonar. Anyone who's been around fishing the last couple of years knows what I'm talking about. It's just changing the way we fish. It's making us that much more efficient, resulting in us catching a lot more and bigger fish.
Okay, well, how exciting is that, and how much more important is that for a lot of anglers looking to, get used to that new technology and get bigger fish?
I think it's like anything with technology in life. You either keep up or get left behind. Do you necessarily need it to catch fish? No, but these days, just with what you're able to see with the forward-facing sonar, you can see how fish react, what they're doing, how they're moving, see how they react to your lures in real time. It's just making us better as anglers, and that's the goal with every piece of technology we get.
Okay, and with all of that in mind, are there any specific essentials that people need to stock up on right now?
We got a little bit of everything. I mean, rods, reels, line, tackle. You need a rod to cast out. You need line to cast lure out, and it's all about the business end of that line. You need a lure to actually hook the fish. So all of it plays together, and guy needs every single piece he can get.
Okay, and what are some other tips? You were mentioning, how there's still ice on the waters and whatnot. What other tips do you have for folks that are heading out next weekend?
I'd say keep an open mind. I think for a lot of people, this will be some of the coldest water they've ever fished to start the season, so don't rule anything out. Check up shallow, check the rock, check the weeds, literally anything you can find. But the biggest key is going to be finding that warmest water possible. So don't be afraid to put some time in, either behind the wheel of your boat or hanging onto the tiller of your boat. Pay attention to your graph, see what that water temp is, and drive around and find that warmest water possible.
All right, well, you're getting out there too, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning, Jaden. Yeah, he got all the tips there for you. So make sure you guys get ready. Head over to the Shields Fish Fest, which is kicking off in just a few hours. So you want to come check it out. Reporting live at Shields, Nishay Taylor, Valley News Live.
Yeah, we're learning a lot this morning.
Yeah, great stuff there. Getting excited for that holiday in Minnesota here. Nishay reporting live. Thank you. And if fishing has you stressed out, we'll try deep breath in, deep breath out. And then pet a goat. We know, sounds crazy, but finals can be a stressful time for students. So the University of Wisconsin Green Bay brought in goats for goat yoga.
Bring in the goats. The meditation sessions are open for students, faculty, and even staff. One student says just being around the animals in general gave her the boost she needed during such a busy and stressful time.
Well, talk about spring there. Nothing like seeing baby goats on nice green grass.
Yeah, and we hope your morning wasn't busy or stressful hanging out with us right
Yeah,
here on the Valley
if it
today.
was, deep breath in. Anyway, the Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start.
Take care, everybody. See you Monday.